Welcome to Real Rich Logic. Turn tens of thousands in debt into $6,000 a year in investments. Step 2 to wealth. Crush your debt. Over the next 4 episodes, I'm going to show you the exact steps to build wealth from the ground up. And today we're moving to step 2, paying off your debts. The second step to building wealth is simple but not easy. Pay off your debts, especially the high-interest ones that quietly drain your paycheck before you can use it for anything else. You can't grow wealth if your money leaks out every month in interest payments. It's like trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in the bottom. I don't know how much debt you have, but I can tell you this: debt is expensive, and it quietly dictates what you can and cannot do with your income. Take my own case. Our mortgage payment is about $5,000 a month, and more than $3,000 of that doesn't build equity at all. It's simply cost. That's $3,000 every month that just disappears. And when you zoom out over a year or two, that invisible drain becomes enormous for you financially. Now imagine how life would change if that cost vanished. If my mortgage were paid off early, I'd free up almost $2,400 every month. That's nearly $30,000 a year that could go straight into investments instead of interest. And over 10 years, that difference grows into hundreds of thousands. That's why paying off debt isn't boring. It's transformational, because every balance you eliminate permanently lowers your monthly cost of living and builds lasting freedom. Before anything else, list your debts, every single one, so you can see clearly what you owe and stop guessing about your real financial picture. For most people, the list looks familiar: credit cards, student loans, a car loan, and a mortgage sitting quietly in the background every month of life. Once everything is written down, prioritize the debts by interest rate instead of balance, because high-interest debt is the real wealth killer in most households. Credit card rates can climb well over 20% a year, which means a balance you ignore can double far faster than any normal investment account would ever grow. In my entire life, I've never paid a penny of credit card interest, and my goal is to help you eventually reach that same position as well. So your first mission is simple: attack that credit card balance until it's gone, and forget about fancy investments until this one job is finished for you. Even if paying it off takes a few months or half a year, keep at it consistently. And once it hits zero, never let that balance return. After the credit cards are gone, you'll notice life feels lighter. Suddenly, you're not bleeding money on interest, and that freed up cash can now attack your next debt. Pay off the smaller debts next, maybe the car loan or a small student loan, just to build momentum and confidence that you can actually finish this. Each balance you eliminate is a win, and those wins compound like interest used to accept. Now the compounding finally works in your favor over time. It's not just math, it's psychology, because when you see visible progress on your debts, you're far more likely to stay consistent month after month. Eventually you'll get down to one last large debt, your mortgage, and now logic has to step in so you can decide whether to attack it or keep it. If your mortgage rate is high, something above 6%, it may make sense to pay it down faster because that interest cost drags on your future. But if your rate is low, maybe around 4 or 3%, or even closer to 2 from those unusual pandemic years, then it often makes sense to keep it. When the rate is cheap, don't rush to kill that debt. Instead, let your extra money flow into simple investments that can safely earn more than the mortgage costs. That's how smart money works. You let math, not emotion, decide where each dollar goes, and you use logic to choose between debt repayment and investing. Let's make this real with an example. Imagine a middle-income family earning about $80,000 a year, carrying several common debts at the same time. They have roughly $8,000 in credit card debt at a punishing interest rate, $20,000 in student loans, and $15,000 left on a car loan. If they start by paying off only the credit card balance, they save around $1,760 a year in interest charges alone. Once that debt is gone, they can redirect that same $150 a month toward the student loan, paying it off a couple of years early. That move saves another $1,200 or so in interest, and by then their combined monthly payments have dropped by well over $500. Now they have about $6,000 a year freed up, money that can finally build wealth instead of paying interest. And that is what real progress looks like. Debt repayment isn't just about numbers, it's about momentum, because once you start winning, Every month feels easier, and every decision feels less stressful over time. When the last debt disappears, even if it's just the credit card bill, you feel an instant weight lift off your shoulders and your money finally feels like it belongs to you. That's when wealth building starts to feel real. You're no longer stuck catching up. You're finally moving forward with money that can work for you. That's what I'm going to do, and that's exactly what you can do too. Pay off the debts that drain you so your money can finally work for you. In the next video, we'll move to step 3, building your investment portfolio so your money grows safely, logically, and sustainably over the long term for you. If you're ready to go from debt survivor to wealth builder, keep watching Real Rich Logic, where real people learn how money actually works.